this would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Cyclones will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Washington's offense will take the first swing of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Gonna run it. It's Coleman. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. He is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season. You see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Williams looking for a man. Makes the grab on the left. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington. Take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Washington! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He smashes his way through again. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that. The Cyclones offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the back in the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Fires to the big fella. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. First and 10. Back to pass, it's Beck. Got a man, it's Townsend. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Cyclones! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they closed the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force...
Turning it on! Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. He's now up to 75 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy. The Huskies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're testing the right side here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Williams will pass. intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Pulls it in. It's Hansen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Breaks it inside the 10. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa State.
And he finds the end zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. Use him 3 times now. He's entered the end zone in not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
It's happening in college football. We've got eyes on it. Check this out. UCLA is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Utah. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Fights off a defender. There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, that's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had in these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
Yeah, and those corner routes are tough to throw for an offense. You try to force it, you know, in between coverage a lot of times, and you could tell it was great defense. Nice job getting a hand in the air, getting it on the football, and making sure that receiver can't make a play.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? Williams looking for a man. Buys a little extra time. Trying to make magic with his feet. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Looking left. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's out past the 35. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. And some room to work. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. Lost the defense is wide open. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Cyclone! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. He might want another play. Williams will pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Evans. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Fires to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming in.
Take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The give to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Back to pass on second down. It's complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And this offense has gotten off to a good start on third down, but this is a different deal on third and long. Williams looking for a man. He unleashes a long one. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
When you make big plays for your quarterback in the game, you catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
They kick it away on 4th down. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Makes the grab. It's Sowell. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Might as well give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Fires downfield. Intercepted. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to tack 1 more on their score. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Handoff from the gun. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air, it's Beck. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
The Cyclones with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
And the Cyclones really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. It's Hansen. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs.
Running back and the ball off to my running back. 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
The Cyclones line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's Beck. A shot toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part. Ball ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far in Ames. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Huskies will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Cyclones are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To throw, it's Beck. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. It's Sauer. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Cyclones are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun. The running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Lost one deep down the right side. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Williams will pass. Buys a little time. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Offense gets set for 2nd down. The play action fake. Going for it all. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Rides to the back. Jukes his way for more.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Gets it out quickly. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, we don't get a ton of top 5 matchups, so let's check out how today's Rumble played out. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, although nothing compares to a top 5 duel, a revealing outcome with massive implications, man.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Williams looking for a man. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. To the ground with the back. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Tight end now in motion. Now the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Wide open downfield. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. The Cyclones are moving quickly down the field. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in content.
Touchdown, Iowa State! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Williams will pass. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance.
Purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
After the misfire, it's third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Can't make the catch on third down, and the rarest of drops for this guy. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Out of the gun to give to the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I